my friends. I'm Katie Daryl, and he is Charlie. Charlie, you are our
Hello.
latest and greatest artist that is working with Cancer Can Rock. So, congratulations. Welcome. You're part of the group.
Thank you for having me.
Your experience is very fresh. We just pulled the Band-Aid off. Your song is about to be released. Tell me
Uh,
about that process, going into the recording studio and working with the team.
I got hooked up with Jim Ebert through a friend named Chris Levia from the Falling Doves. I drove out to Virginia and we spent the day recording the song, and it turned out great.
Wow. So you had a couple of options. Were you happy with the one that Jim leaned towards? Was it someone like you needed that nudge
Yeah,
to pick that song?
yeah. There were two options, and then Jim just said, "Well, I like this one, and I liked it better too." So it was an easy pick.
All right. Well, tell me about the vibe. What type of song is this that we're talking about?
Well, it's called "Started Again," and after being diagnosed with the kind of cancer that I had. It's just about restarting life and getting back to it. And it's just kind of it has a little bit of a melancholy vibe, but it's also hopeful. It's definitely hopeful, feel to it.
One of the things I really love about Cancer Can Rock is that we take talented musicians like you who are battling cancer or have battled cancer, and we get them in this recording studio and we
Hmm.
surround them with all the people that it takes to make a song come true. I always
Yeah.
joke that like if you need a harp or you need a banjo player, we're going to find you the harp or the banjo player. So what players did you need? Who made up the team? What
So
musicians?
Cajun Kelley played guitar on the song, and I was just impressed with him the whole time. He was the nicest, sweetest guy you ever want to meet, and he's also stunning on guitar. So then Eric played bass, and these are two of the nicest guys you could ever meet. And then Keith came in on drums, and they couldn't be more professional, more fun to work with, and just nicer people.
Quite frequently when I speak to some of our Cancer Can Rock artists, they kind of repeat the same sentiment that the day in the studio was a day away from cancer, right? Like
Yeah,
you were so focused on the music and the
yeah.
experience and the camaraderie that you kind of forgot, that, oh, it's 5 o'clock. I need to take that pill, or, oh, I need to check that email to see if a doctor,
Hmm.
sent any results. Did you have that same experience, a moment of getting away from it?
I definitely did. And 2 days before I went to the studio, I had a PET scan, so I was still waiting on the results, kind of. And it turned out to be a good scan. But the studio, you're so involved and so engaged in the music that you don't even think about that other aspect of cancer.
It's exhausting though. That's the other thing. Everyone says
Yeah,
your butt gets whooped.
yeah. It's definitely a sprint and not a marathon.
Yeah. Can we talk about your cancer? Tell us a little bit of history on your diagnosis,
Yeah.
where it is, what's the status? You just kind of gave us a little teaser there. Fill us in.
So about a year ago in August 2024, I was diagnosed with stage 4 metastatic lung cancer, which I got from radon poisoning. I don't smoke. My family got me down to MD Anderson, Houston, and we got some treatment going. And my in the span of 2 months, I went from being almost on my deathbed to being almost totally healed. And
Wow.
ever since then, I've just been getting healthier and healthier. And my last scan was nearly clean, but I was covered from cancer from neck to hip. Just it was everywhere.
Wow. Scary, right?
It is. It's scary. It's surreal. You don't think it's happening to you, but it is.
Mhm.
And thank God for friends and family.
Have you always been a musician? Was music something that you picked up in your childhood or later in the teen or
I did it
20s?
more like after high school
Mhm.
kind of thing, and then me and my band were gigging a lot until COVID happened, and then started doing a record. And before I finished the record, I got sick with cancer, but it's finished now, or it's being finished now.
I love that. Tell me about the album. Tell me about the record. What can we expect?
What I got, it's more of an EP. It's 5 new songs,
Okay.
and it's just I love the synth '80s rock feel, so it's got a lot of that. And then the vibe that we did with Jim Ebert in the studio has a similar feel, so it fits right in there with it. and it's just a lot of things lining up for the better, you know, after such a hard year.
How did you stumble upon music in your life?
I started playing piano in high school, and I did it for about 5 years. But it was really hard to lug a piano around to play, so I switched to guitar and just started doing little shows here and there. I played on my worship team at church for a little while, and then I started a band, and we started doing, playing out, and just slowly got, bigger and bigger audiences, and started doing really good.
Now, see, I'm not a musician, so saying things like, and then I started a band, to me, I'm like, first off, I would probably throw up in my mouth at the same time because I'm not started a band. I can't. I could never. How do you just start a band? Were these guys that you knew? Did you put a note on a pole and people tore off your phone number?
Well, there was a guy at work that I didn't like very much, and he didn't like me very much, but we both play guitar, and we started playing together. And our first show was absolutely horrible. I mean, they stuck us in the corner of a bar, and my mom and dad showed up, and his mom and dad showed up, and that was it. And you get better from there, and then two or 300 shows later, you're actually finally start to sound, pretty good.
Is he still part of the band?
Yes.
Do you guys like each other now?
Yeah, most of the time.
Now, when it comes to the recording experience that you
Mm-hmm.
had with Cancer Can Rock, is there a lot of pre-production that goes into this? I'd love people, I'm not, a musician, what goes into the days leading up and almost the decompression of the days leading out of it?
So for me, it's really important to have a solid scratch track. So I make that on my laptop in GarageBand, and then I gave that to Jim, and he was able to show it to his musicians who picked it up in less than half an hour. So that's kind of the process going into it. There wasn't a whole lot of lead time for it. Normally I take longer to record a song, but they're so good at what they're doing. It's just bam, 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 and it happened pretty quick.
This experience is more than just going into a studio. It's more than
Mm-hmm.
just recording a song. It's making a music video, which I love because I love video, obviously. Upon meeting you here, you seem very calm. When we see this music video, do you have a stage persona?
Well, normally I play guitar, but during the video, Kajun Kelley was playing the guitar, so I just kind of sang and was trying to channel Jim Morrison if I could. As a musician, you kind of have to keep pushing yourself, through those comfort zones, and so you can get better. And that actually was a lot of fun.
Well, we are so excited to have you as part of the Cancer Can Rock family. Your song is going to be not only released on, on YouTube, the music video, but people can download it on Bandcamp. And I'm just happy that you were able to have this experience and that you were able to share your talents with us. So thank you so much.
Well, thank you for putting this whole thing together. I know you guys are doing this, to help people, and it's just amazing that you guys are doing this and allowing for that experience.
The pleasure is definitely all ours, right?
Yeah.
It was nice to meet you, Charlie.
You too.